Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Stanford's offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
I don't hate the play call there on third and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. Third and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So South Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Leaves it with the back. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking at a second and short now. They'll go back to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah.
Just plowing ahead. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Stanford, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The running back has it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. This offense has a second down play. The play action fake. He lofts one down the sideline. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're working that left side. Tackled, but he has a first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
To the air, it's Selvia. This time it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll leave it with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking downfield, it's Selvia. Gets it out quickly. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
That makes the score South Carolina 24, Stanford 0.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Palo Alto. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the phone.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Fires to the middle. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Stanford comes up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Coming after him. A little release to the back.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This drive will open from the 15. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands, too. We've seen them pluck 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're
going over the top, he almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Bulls his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Quarterback looks for a little space. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire. Not even close to his receiver. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick strike complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on.
Of 8.
At this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory.
Running back.
Change, it's first down at the 27.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He got it. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
The aerial assault continues. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Now on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Selvia. Fires to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. And he was able to break 1 tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get 1 more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop them.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll just down it right there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And that is another 1st down for the offense.
The old coaching cliche